Hello friends, welcome to the video post-game match here today with myself and young god Emvee.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? We're here today to talk about this nice match that we just had.
We're gonna talk about this match. We're gonna talk about why and how it was a clap. Exactly what we're gonna talk about. This match is being posted after the match, so you should have already seen our matches go live before you see this video. So go check out Emvee's channel, go check out his match if you want to see his thoughts and how that went down. We're gonna talk about this though, and how this went. And I guess if you want to see more, just let us know. Hit that like button, let us know. But let's talk. Let's talk, though. Let's talk. So let's look at my team first, right? So I brought, Mega Gallade, obviously, of course, does a lot of things, a lot of options, a lot of things. But I brought it this week to when everything, just revenge killer. When everything's lowered down, you fuck shit up. And I guess that's what he does. I mean, I did that last week, and I just expect that to go in this week again. I brought CC, Knockoff, Poison Jab, and X Scissor.
4 attacks.
4 attacks, yep.
Not bad, not bad.
4 attack, Mega Gallade. I brought the Poison Jab for the Clefable. I brought the X Scissor because it actually does more than Ice Punch to the Lottie. I brought it for something else too. What was it? Maybe neutral on the Mandibuzz, but I mean, it was really, if anything, it was really just for the Lottie, to be fair. It was really just for the Lottie.
Mm-hmm.
Then Knockoff and CC, just because it's Knockoff and CC. That shit is nice. That shit is nice.
I was actually kind of glad you didn't bring Ice Punch, because I was like, well, while testing versus your team, versus like the mods that you had, with the people that I test with, I was actually like getting frozen by the Ice Punch.
No way!
Don't let this happen in the actual match, please, bro. Don't let this happen.
I did that to somebody. I froze them for like 14 turns in Draft League before I did, so maybe. What is it? I brought Hydreigon. I brought a Scarf Hydreigon with outspeeds like Scarf takes you at 1 point.
I was really like intrigued about that set though. You had a physical Hydreigon.
It was interesting. I had Fire Blast actually on it. But I had Outrage, Crunch, U-Turn, and Fire Blast on this bad boy. And I had like max attack, Naughty Nature.
That's not bad. I mean, like I was expecting like some Dark Pulse flinching to happen, and to my surprise, I saw Crunch. I was pretty relieved. Yeah, I was pretty relieved.
I didn't want to bring a super special variant one because Calm Mind Mega Lottie. I think do I need to say anymore? Like, I think it's scary. So if if I were to like for example, like I thought in my head, if I were to, let's say, is Suicune he potentially brings or is Mandibuzz, and they're in Thunderbolt killing range but not in Volt Switch range, I might want to hit Thunderbolt. So if I do hit Thunderbolt and you send out the Mega Lottie, right, and in that turn then you just got a free switch in, I could literally let you get a free Calm Mind because then I have to counterplay and work around that. So in my mind, I was like, even if he does get Calm Minds up, right, and he shreds anything I have on my team, I at least can send out the Hydreigon, which guaranteed outspeeds, and I can knock it out with Outrage or Crunch.
Right. Yeah, and that in that regard, it's a lot smarter, I think, because like with Calm Mind, I EV myself so that I can actually take hits from Special Hydreigon really well, especially if it's Scarfed. Because if you were Scarfed special attacking, Dark Pulse literally after Calm Mind only does like 35 to 40, or it doesn't do much at all.
Yeah.
Right. So like,
do much.
Yeah, with like a physical set, I guess you can actually sort of like negate any kind of Calm Mind boost that I have and sort of attack harder with your physical move pool.
Crunch was doing like 52 min, something like that, so it was like a guaranteed 2 KO, and then this bitch Outrage is doing like 70 to 80. So I was like, bruh, all I gotta do is get him low. So when I was playing around with that Rotom, right, and I already got you so low, I was like, dude, it's time. But then you got Roost, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
This Nidoqueen is actually really interesting. I bought Black Sludge Sheer Force. I made it a super special defensive tank. Like I ran max HP, 204 investment in special defense, and 52 in defense. But I'm relaxed nature, so I got that plus in defense because I didn't want that Cobalt to be annoying. I brought EQ because EQ actually just does more to the Cobalt than Earth Power did. So I brought EQ because even then, after you get that CC drop as well, either or would have worked, but I just really wanted to bring EQ because again, if you had maybe like Crocoon as well, I wanted to at least hit it on the physical side. I brought Rocks, of course. I wanted to get those up. I couldn't really find that opportunity to get them up because he had the taunt. What is the taunt Mandibuzz? And I was
taunt Mandibuzz.
And if he didn't taunt that turn, that right there was like the turn to put up Rocks. But I really couldn't find that opportunity, so I didn't get him up. I had Soul's Wave and Ice Beam dual stab then. I I don't know. This thing was really just here to really fuck up the Clefable and the Cobalion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the team that I brought, right? Like I didn't have defog or any kind of hazard removal, so I sort of wanted to play it in a way where I would pressure any kind of potential rock setter, which was of course your Nidoqueen.
Yeah, the Nidoqueen.
And
yeah.
I wanted to like sort of, I guess, sort of approach it where I would give you a sort of a hard time to try to set up rocks, because I let off a Suicune just in case you'd want to try to lead off with a rock setter, which was your Nidoqueen. And I tried to sort of, I guess, pressure in that sense and make sure that.
I mean, that shit worked. Like that shit actually, there was a lot of pressure because it's like, yeah, I probably could have put up rocks even after the taunt, but it's like I always look at matches like a win-loss scenario. It's like if I get these rocks up here, is it actually a loss here? Like would I benefit from this? Yes and no. Yes, I get the rocks up. No, I allow you to get some type of free play because I wanted to pick back up momentum and pressure, but the taunt Mandibuzz just really made this thing really hard to get off hazards. What's interesting, well, I brought Wise Glasses Rotom this week. I should brought Wise Glasses Rotom.
I was wondering, bro, I was wondering what set you were. Like, I was like, okay, this thing must be either Scarf or Specs. I saw you keep clicking, you know, I thought you were locked into a move when you were clicking Volt Switch. Then I saw you click that one turn I saw you click T-Bolt. And then I saw you switch it up to Volt Switch. I'm like, wait a second. What's his item? What's his item? What's going on here?
So I ran Wise Glasses, dude. Yeah, it's a little less power than Life Orb, but I mean, no recoil. It bluffs me being locked in as well, and I think I played like that pretty good because all I did is hit Volt Switch, right? So I really wanted that to be in your head where it's like, okay, he probably now knows that I'm locked in on this Rotom. Cool, we're awesome, great, awesome. But yeah, I ran Leaf Storm, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power Fire, and I sped crept the thing. I think what was it, to outspeed? It was something. I had. I
think you were pretty fast too. Like you were faster than my Suicune, which I had a lot of speed on my Suicune to outrun your Nidoqueen. Just like any kind of max speed variant Nidoqueen.
There it is. It was for Suicune because your Suicune was 141 and my Rotom was 144.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I creeped it on the Suicune. That Magneton was just really scary. That Magneton alone, like I looked at him, like that's 100% coming. Like I already fully accepted that Magneton was coming. And what's even crazier is like on my next set, the Celesteela, I actually didn't even bring the right item on it. It was supposed to be Rocky Helmet.
Ooh.
So like when you knocked me off, I was like, cool. I poisoned him. He's leaf seeded. I got Rocky Helmet damage. We're looking good. No, it was lefties.
I was thinking that you'd probably want to bring like Shed Shell to like avoid.
A part of me thought about that. A part of me thought about that, so I couldn't get Magnet trapped. I'm not even gonna lie. I did think about that. But in the long run, I was like, maybe. I don't know. Because I ran a max HP, max physical defense set. So I just, like, I think Thunderbolt from Magneton, analytic boosted, just like 102 minimum, something like that. So I think I just guaranteed died. Even, like, my best bet was probably to run maybe especially a variant tankier one, but I don't know. Because I knew that you had to run Thunderbolt in order to one-shot this Celesteela. That's why I was so shocked when you actually Volt Switch on it. Because I'm like, I'm locked in, you knock me out. But maybe you thought I was more of a special defensive set, or?
Yeah, like the thing with Magneton over like Magnezone or something is that its special attack is not as strong as Magnezone. So like I count all of the possibilities I could have, and like even Thunderbolt from that range I don't think would have knocked it out because I was Choice Scarfed, and the reason I ran Choice Scarf was so that I can outrun other mons besides just, you know, just.
Wait, were you Scarf Analytic?
I was Scarf Magnet Pull.
Oh,
so
that's
Magnet
right.
Pull, of course.
Yeah. I was calculating more like a bulkier, slower Violet one with an analytic. I was like, I just get fucked with that.
Right. Yeah. So like, I wanted to like ensure that I could actually do some good damage while not staying in for an earthquake. Because I knew for a fact you were gonna like earthquake.
Yeah.
So like, I figured Volt Switch would give you a lot of chip damage because I had already knocked off your leftovers, so you couldn't really heal with your Celesteela unless you leech seed or something. But I figured like going for Volt Switch is the better play, especially since like even though I knocked off your item already, I was like expecting Shed Shell or like even like Wakan Berry. So like my initial plan overall was to just Volt Switch, chip that thing down so that it would just chip it down over time, and not really risk or put any risk on my Magneton, so I can keep that around for the long term, I guess.
That's really interesting. I really just brought the thing to really just hard check the Cobalion. I was like, scary thing you could do is maybe what, like +4 Stone Edge. That's +4. Or maybe if you got like a Volt Switch crit or some shit like that. But even then, so I was like, I really brought the thing to check Cobalion, to check the Clefable, to check the Mandibuzz. Basically, I brought it to check your wall. It's like a wall, checking a wall. Celesteela in 2018. That's why I brought like Toxic and Leech Seed, so that I could wither, you know, shit down. That's why I was a little bummed that I didn't have Rocky Helmet, because it stacking all of that Rocky Helmet, Leech Seed, and Toxic on the Mandibuzz. Yeah, you had Roost. Yeah, that thing eventually got hit points back, but it was like that long-term thing, you know what I mean? Because like the moment that I got that thing chipped down, my mindset was, all right, I gotta get rocks up now to where I can apply so much pressure on the Mandibuzz, just your entire team, to be honest, because you swapped out a lot. So it was like that little chip damage. I mean, it's Pokemon. The little chip damage, that shit actually can matter versus
little chip damage goes a long way for sure. You know,
it goes a long way. Yeah, it could be you living this crit or you not. So.
Right.
Some shit like that. And then the big boy, that big nigga boy, that Snorlax, dog, this nigga was the most like eccentric set that I brought. At 188 investments in HP, I had 76 plus, I was adamant in attack, 100 defense, 140 special defense. This boy was here to tank the Magneton, to tank the fucking Clefable. This nigga was here to do shit. He just got fucked by that Suicune set, dude.
What were your other two moves? I saw Facade and Earthquake. That's all I saw.
I had Crunch and Gunk Shot.
Oh, so you were so what was your item? It was Emvee?
Assault Vest, yes.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, dude.
I had the Gunk Shot for the Clefable, dog. The Crunch is there for the Lottie if that bitch sets up. EQ's there for Cobalt, because I want you to know, a part of me thought of bringing Choppleberry. I'm not even gonna lie. Part of me thought of bringing Choppleberry so I could stay in after you get the defense drop and go for like an Earthquake, but that didn't kill, so it doesn't even one-shot you. It's like 60 to 80 and one-shot you. So I was like, is this worth it? Is it worth losing like 40% to this CC from a Cobalt after Chopple and not even one-shotting? So I brought the Assault Vest because this thing just checked like every special offensive thing that you had, and I'm sure you knew that because the only way you beat it was Toxic. So I'm like, my nigga was here, dog.
I was thinking like, okay, so this thing could possibly have like rest or whatever. It could be like one of those classic curse sets. But I was like, okay, so if that's the case, I'd have that Mandibuzz here. Because like I specially prepped this Mandibuzz to deal with Pokemon like Celesteela, because it could taunt and, you know, not have you go for leeches and stuff. And especially the Snorlax, because it could taunt Snorlax. And of course, you know, you saw I had the Rocky Helmet as well.
Yeah, you had the Rocky Helmet, yeah.
And like it could basically shut down any kind of Snorlax set. Foul Play and Knockoff would be great, because any kind of Gluttony Berry set, you know, it can knock off berries. It can taunt you from setting up anymore and like going for rest and whatnot. And every attack that you'd go for, you'd be taking a good amount of chip from that Rocky Helmet. So I wasn't really too worried. So I was just like, okay, even if this is a rest set, I'm gonna find out what he is. And then I was like, okay, he's not going for rest. This is good. Suicune's putting in some work here. You know?
Yeah,
putting in that work.
That man was putting in work, dude. Oh my god, maybe you think if I ran a rest set, I think that thing would have been a lot more scary to the Suicune, because then it's just like, it's almost like we're just people stalling each other.
Yeah, for sure. Like in that scenario, I'd be like, yeah, Suicune's not doing anything here. I gotta go to Mandibuzz or something and like do work, because like you had already Toxic the Mandibuzz. I would have had to go for like Heal Bell in order to
That's what I was gonna say. Did you brought Heal Bell on the Clefable, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because I knew 100% that Clefable, if you brought both Clefable and Cobalion, Cobalion is confirmed the Rocker, and Clefable instead of Rocks would have Heal Bell.
Exactly, yeah. And like I brought it in the scenario because like as you saw, like I prepped the team with a Calm Mind Megaladi, which is something that sort of attracts Toxics, because like you'd want to sort of wear it down, or you'd want to have a way of like dealing with it. And that's in that scenario, or even the Mandibuzz for that matter, like you Toxic that. And I was just like, I wasn't too worried because like I had the Heal Bell, so, and it was unaware as well, so like no kind of setup sweeper can really break through it on your team.
That's see, I want you to know, when I was building, I actually knew you were gonna bring Unaware. I'm not even kidding, because I knew that you'd bring Unaware the way that I can't get up an SD off of my Gallade. Just really that, to be fair. I knew you brought the Clefable literally just for the Gallade. Like that, I can't, because like the rest of my team handles it, like the Nidoqueen, the Celesteela, the Snorlax, the Rotom. So it's like it really was just for, if anything, the Gallade and the Hydreigon, my two most offensive threats on my draft, that get fucked by that one typing, dude. That one typing.
And like Gallade still did a lot of damage with the poison jab. Like I completely forgot. Like I was like very fixed on, you know, Gallade having probably like what, SD, close combat, Psycho Cutters and headbutt, and then like Ice Punch or something. And I was like, when I saw Poison Jab, I was like, okay, this guy has Poison Jab. How much does this do? I checked the calc and it was like 50, like over 50% or something. I'm like, dang, this is
that nigga two-shot, dude. That nigga two-shot. I was shocked.
Even like a Fizz-Def Clefable, like Poison Jab from Gallade still does a lot of damage.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're a max HP max defense?
Yeah, I was pretty close to that. I was like, I EV'd it so that I would be able to actually like take Gallade really well, not get to a KO by any kind of move. But I completely forgot Poison Jab.
Yeah, you had 28 in special defense. What did you have that for? Was it Hydreigon? Nidoqueen?
Yeah, Hydreigon's Flash Cannon, I was thinking. So, like, I could actually take the hit really well, protect, and not get to a KO'd at all.
Yeah, that's actually that's really something, though. Like, your prep was wild. Like, I think I basically saw, like, the team that you had coming, right? Like, I saw that team coming because I prepped for it. But I think the one thing that really fucked me that I didn't prep for, because I did kind of expect sub Suicune, but I didn't expect the sub Suicune that you brought. I thought that you'd bring like sub Calm Mind, Scald, and I don't know, maybe Ice Beam, you know, some sweeper subset. But you actually brought Suicune. Like, the thing that I actually thought that you'd bring, right? Some other you didn't bring. Alolan, I thought you'd bring Alolan because Rotom was so scary to your team that if you did it, and Diggersby, those are the two that I actually thought that you'd bring. Because Diggersby, it actually fucks my team. My team has an issue of running with Earthquake. I think I even showed that in week 1 where Dan's Landorus, like, it just, the pressure was there because if I lose that Celesteela, because I didn't bring Hydreigon that week, if I lost a Celesteela, he just clicks EQ and wins. So that's why I brought both Hydreigon and Celesteela so you couldn't EQ. Same with the Rotom. But like Diggersby, it just did so much to my team. Like, Wild Charge was scary. Return was scary to my entire team because of 2 KOs my entire team. EQ, we don't even gotta talk about that. If anyone's weak to EQ on my team, they fall to Diggersby. So I thought that you'd probably bring him. Same thing with Knockoff as well. Just to really tear down my walls, wall break Diggersby or some shit like that, because people sleep on Diggersby. That man has adaptability, or he was huge power,
yeah.
So he hits like an absolute truck. And I thought he brings
so much damage.
He does a lot of damage. That nigga is strong. And that's why I brought my Hydreigon to Scarf to outspeed your Scarf Diggersby at one point. I made it to where I made max HP Celesteela, the way that people in a hard check that, and the Alolan Muck, and the Cobalion. So Celesteela was there just to tank and hit and wear things down. And the Rotom was, that boy was here to kill, dog. That boy was here. I'm starting to really like this mon, dude. Like, I was never crazy about Rotom, but bruh, I'm starting to like this little nigga, dog.
Rotom C is a really good mon, dude. Like, I've actually used that thing in OU before. It's like, it gets Defog, it gets like Volt Switch, Leaf Storm. It's like, it has some good type coverage.
Yes.
You know, very fast.
His typing isn't bad. He's immune to a whole ass typing. Like, my man is slept on, dude. My man is slept on, and he's only RU. My man is slept on, dog. My man is slept on.
For sure, dude. For sure. And like, I was almost about to bring Diggersby too, man. Like, it was like over Suicune, but like I was like, okay, Suicune actually provides some better resistances and stuff.
I was gonna say, if you didn't, dude, my biggest issue against you was the Suicune. If you didn't bring the Suicune, it would have been a whole different game. It would have been a whole different game.
For sure, yeah.
That Suicune, it like, dude, the moment Rotom was gone, I was like, bro, who the fuck kills this nigga, dude? Who kills this nigga? I was like, what do I do? CC? I can't do shit. So I was like, I think it was even funny too that you got the crit burn as well. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, did that matter? And I'm like, no, you 3KO'd me anyway. It didn't really matter. It didn't really matter.
And like, I was surprised how much bulk your Nidoqueen had. Like, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a 2KO, no problem. I can just like literally click Scald, and then Nidoqueen not doing anything. And I was like, dang, that Nidoqueen ate. That Nidoqueen ate.
That bitch is out here eating shit, dog. She eat good. She eat real good.
Yeah.
Dog, I know you was fucking with them switches though. I know you was fucking with them switches though, dog. You was fucking. We had like 3 turns of switches.
I was making doubles, but you were out here making triples, bro.
Triples, dog. We out here, man. Oh man, but that's our synopsis, boys. Like I said again, Emvee's winning the entire WBE.
I hope so. You know, I appreciate the support, you know, but like, I as long as I'm playing at this level, you know, I can hopefully make it to the finals and try to win that.
Dog, you have fat mons and Magneton. If you don't win this, I will literally be baffled. I don't know how.
True, it's true.
If you guys want to go check out his channel, he posted our match as well. If you guys want to hear his thoughts, he's actually a really good battler. So go check out his shits. You probably hear thoughts on his decision making and stuff like that. Thank you for being here, Emvee. Thank you for 6-0 clapping me so I could wake up.
thank you for allowing me to do it. Thank you, bro.
And hopefully next week, who I face? I face Atlanta Umbreons. So hopefully next week I bring y'all a dub.
Hey, just remember this, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about this match. Everybody who's a fan of NumbNexus, don't worry about it because he's gonna be pulling it back, winning every single match from here on out.
W's, bro. We getting W's.
He's gonna definitely pull it back, and I'm sure I'm gonna see him in the playoffs. So
yeah, I was in the playoffs last WBE. We gonna do it again.
You already know.
Of course, if you guys enjoy and you want to see more of this, by all means, hit that like button down below. Again, check out Emvee. He's a really great battler. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Goodbye, fam. Goodbye.